Okay, we stay in the welterweight division. Right now we're going 6 rounds, 147 pounds. Making his way to the stage, 13 victories, 5 defeats, 2 draws, 5 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Please welcome William Action Jackson. Jackson. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. Young professional record perfect. 1 fight, 1 victory. And that victory came by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2024 Olympic bronze medalist fighting out of Orlando, Florida, Omari Banger Jones. Now to the scale, William Action Jackson. $150 pounds for Action Jackson, 150 pounds. Now to the scale, Omari Banger Jones. 149.6 for Omari Jones, 149.6.
Omari Jones fighting for the 2nd time as a pro in a little under a month. He made his pro debut in his hometown of Orlando back on March 15th. Took out Alessio Mastronunzio, an experienced Italian, in just 2 rounds. Here he faces a 36-year-old and William Action Jackson.
Jones v. Jackson, 6 rounds, welterweights, matchroom boxing, live on DAZN from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
That match scheduled at welterweight. There was a catchweight. It'll be interesting to see what Omari Jones does in his immediate future regarding weight class. Welterweight, junior middleweight right now. He's looking to just go 2-0 after this weekend here in Atlantic City.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to weigh in the chief support of the evening. As Mr. Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing is proud to present 10 rounds for the WBA Continental North American Super Featherweight Championship. Now making his way to the stage, please welcome the challenger. Professional record, 22 victories, 4 defeats, 1 draw, with 17 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Cleveland, Ohio. Here is the former WBO Intercontinental and WBC Continental Americas champion. Here is Thomas Gunnerman Matisse. And his opponent now making his way to the stage, he is the defending titleist. He's a southpaw with a professional record, 16 victories, only 1 defeat. He has 1 draw with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Camden, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBA featherweight champion of the world and the reigning and defending WBA Continental North American Super Featherweight champion, Raymond Savage Ford. Now to the scale, the Gunnerman, Thomas Matisse. 129.6 for the Gunnerman, 129.6 for Thomas Matisse. Now to the scale, Raymond Savage Ford. 130 pounds, bang on the super featherweight limit for Raymond Savage Ford.
$130 even for Ray Savage Ford, the former super featherweight champion. He looks healthy, he looks full, and in a better spot now as he gets ready to go for his 2nd fight at 130 pounds. These two have a lot of respect for one another, but it's going to go out the window tomorrow night in Atlantic City. And there you see Montana Love flanking Thomas Matisse, fellow Cleveland native.
Raymond Ford, Thomas Matisse, Chief Support, 10 rounds for the WBA Continental North American Super Featherweight Championship. Matchroom Boxing, live on DAZN from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Ford and Matisse weighed in. All that's left to do is weigh in for the main event, the welterweight unification, as Jaron Ennis puts his 33-0 record and his IBF title on the line against the 15-0 Eimantas Stanionis, his WBA belt on the line, along with the vacant Ring Magazine Championship.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure to welcome everybody here today to Circus Maximus at Caesars, Atlantic City, for the official weigh-in for our big night of World Championship Professional Boxing taking place tomorrow night at the iconic Boardwalk Hall. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been almost 11 years since we've had a major fight in the big room at that iconic venue. Sergey Kovalev defeated Bernard Hopkins November 8, 2014 in unanimous fashion. But the venue is much more than a building. It's a cathedral of boxing history. From Sugar Ray Robinson to Mike Tyson to Arturo Gatti, the echoes of greatness live within those walls. And tomorrow night, a new chapter begins as Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, in association with Tom Brown of TGB Promotions, are proud to present 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF, WBA, and vacant Ring Magazine Welterweight Championship of the World. Now making his way to the stage, he has a perfect professional record. 15 victories, no defeats, with 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2016 Olympian fighting out of Kaunas, Lithuania. Tomorrow night, he makes his second defense of his world title. Here is the reigning, defending, and undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world, Eimantas Stanionis. Stanionis. And his opponent now making his way to the stage, also a perfect professional record, 32 fights, 32 victories, with 29 of them coming by way of knockout. Saturday night, he makes his third defense of his world title, fighting out of and proudly representing his home of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Here is the reigning, defending, undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world, Jaron Boots Ennis. Now to the scale, the WBA world champion, Eimantas Stanionis. 146.8 for Eimantas Stanionis, 146.8. And now to the scale, the IBF undefeated world champion, Jaron Boots Ennis. 146.4 for Jaron Boots Ennis, 146.4.
Both fighters coming in under the welterweight limit. Stanionis flat out looks ripped, and Jaron Boots Ennis looks healthy as well. Reminder, no second day weigh-in due to the unification fight. Final stare down. Let's listen in.
Jaron Ennis, Eimantas Stanionis, 12 rounds for the IBF, WBA, and Vacant Ring Magazine Welterweight Championship of the World. Matchroom Boxing in association with TGB Promotions, live on DAZN from the iconic Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey, USA.
Eimantas, you look in incredible shape. Boots Ennis looks in incredible shape. No rehydration clause. How much weight do you plan on putting on after this?
I don't focus, to be honest, how much I will put and how much he's going to put. It's the skills, you know.
Now, a lot of people were suspecting that Boots Ennis was having a difficulty making 147. What do you see now in his eyes and what do you see in his body?
You know, he's true professional. He's trying to make a weight. He made a weight, and I appreciate that and I respect that, you know. I've been in some situations where somebody couldn't make weight, so now everything is set, everything is done, I'm happy, and that's it.
Number one versus number two, two champions, unbeaten. I mean, this is the best of the best. Any predictions?
I'm all in.
Yeah, all in.
Love it. He's all in.
All in.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sergio. We are now going to get the final word with the IBF welterweight champion of the world in Jaron Boots Ennis. And champ, I noticed when you stepped on the scale, you gave the hush motion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of noise, I think, for the first time in your career, kind of rising here. People were saying that your stock maybe stalled a little bit last fight. What are they going to be saying about your performance after tomorrow?
They're going to see. You know, I'm going to show the world. I'm going to show the world why I'm the best in the world. You know, it's my time. My time is now, and that WBA, that Ring Magazine belt, and my IBF, we're going back to Philadelphia.
You've been talking about wanting to stamp a legacy. What drives you for greatness in terms of legacy over maybe the fame and the fortune that other championship fighters strive for?
Legacy is, is everything. I want to stamp my name at the welterweight division, and be up there with the Greeks, Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather's, and it's that time.
What did you see in Eimantas Stanionis' eyes in the final face-off?
Them belts coming home, like I said, them belts coming home. It's that time. I'm going to show the world why I'm the best in the world. Make sure y'all tune in. Don't get up to get no popcorn, don't move, don't blink, none of that. It's that time.
Now, there will not be a second day weigh-in because it's a unification fight. So I got to ask you, what's on the menu for breakfast tomorrow?
Anything. No Diddy.
Well done. We'll end it right there. Jaron, good luck to you tomorrow. Thanks for the time.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
We're going to bring in Eddie Hearn here as we close in on Fight Night at the historic Boardwalk Hall.